Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to touch on something a little lighter, something that happened to me when I was a kid. I know a lot of people won't believe this, or some people will believe it that have experienced it. But when I was a kid, about 8 years old, 9 years old, we lived down in Kansas City, Missouri, on the outskirts, southern part of Kansas City, Missouri, towards the Ozarks, right outside Kansas City. And when I was 8 years old, me and a friend of mine was in this field that we lived next door to. It was a horse farm. It's called Benjamin Stables, and if any of you are from Kansas City, you'll know where that's at. But the horse farm was boarding, where they boarded horses for Benjamin Stables, which was rodeo. They did rodeos and stuff like that. But I believe it's still there in Kansas City. I'm not real sure, though, anymore, but I think it is. But we were in this field, and we've been in this field thousands of times. I mean, I grew up there. This field we played in from the time I was little to the time I was, at that time, 8, 9 years old. And then after that, after our experience, when we were in there the last time, we didn't go back too much after that. But, well, the story is me and my friend were walking through this field, and we were going to meet my brother and sister. And they were in another part of the field, and we were going to build a fort, just doing what kids do. And so we're walking through this field, and then all of a sudden we hear this, I don't even know how to explain it, just a scream, an animal slash human like scream. And it was absolutely horrifying. And we looked down at the end of this field, and here's this big, huge black thing. The only one word to describe it was bigfoot. There's no bear. There's nothing like that. This thing was at least 9 foot tall. And we looked down there towards the end of the field, and it made eye contact with us. And this thing was not nice. It was mean. It was nasty. And it looked at us like it really wanted to kill us or eat us or however you want to put it. But this thing, it came over this fence, and it didn't like climb over the fence. It just like stepped over it like it was no problem at all. And then it started charging towards us, and we ran. And luckily, my house was right next to the field, and it was only maybe 2, 3 blocks away. But we ran and ran and got home and told some people, and they called the police. And they went out there with shotguns and everything. And there was numerous other sightings that day in the same area. Um, and that's my Bigfoot experience. So I'm a very big believer in Bigfoot. I've seen it. I know it's real. Take my word for it. It is real. It is out there. And I know I talked to a couple of so-called Bigfoot experts. And one guy told me, oh, well, they're totally harmless, blah, blah, blah. And I told him he didn't like what I had to say too much. I said, buddy, this thing was not nice. It was not harmless. And from what we saw in its face, it wanted to kill us. So, but he didn't like that too much, and kind of like a Bigfoot advocate, I guess. I don't know. But that's my Bigfoot story. Absolutely true. And I'm a believer, and maybe that convince someone else out there to believe, or at least keep an open mind about it. But that's my Bigfoot experience. I've also had many other experiences I'm going to share, and some's funny, some's crazy, some's horrifying, some's, I don't know. I've lived a pretty interesting life. Just the first part of my life. My second part kind of slowed down a little bit, but growing up until I was in my mid-20s to early 30s, I had a pretty interesting life, and I'll share all that with you. I have no problem doing that. But that's my Bigfoot story, and I hope you like it. Just comment below, if you have any questions or anything, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you, and you guys have a great day. Bye.